Hello everyone, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Welcome to VBA Beyond Basics. In the last video, I've talked about the form controls and basically we looked at the two controls. One was button control and the second was label control. If you have any questions about those, leave a comment, and if you are liking these videos, give us a thumbs up. So let's go and talk about the remaining form controls we have in Excel. So let's start from where we left and let's go to our next sheet, that is the spinner control. And if we look at our form controls in the developer menu and in the insert menu, the fourth option is the spin button. So I am clicking on the spin button. Sorry, you can't see my screen. Sorry for that. Here it is. So now you can see it. So in the developer menu, in the insert section or the icon, when I click on the arrow, I get this form controls, and in the form controls, this is the fourth option, that is the spin button. So in the spin, with the spin button, what I can do is I can spin things. How I can spin things? I'm just clicking on the spin button, then I can drag and draw. Oh, it's too small. What happened? Let me, oh, yeah, here it comes. So this is my spin button. If I right click, and you can see there is assign macro but no edit text. Let's go and look into format control. What controls we have? We have size, protection, properties, alt text, still no font. But there is another tab with the name of control. What control has? This has the current value, minimum value, maximum value, incremental change, page change, but this is not available. You can see this is dimmed. Then there is cell link and 3D shading. So if I click on the cell link and I link my my spinner with cell A1 and I say OK. So first thing is from 29 we move to 30. Why? Because in format control the current value was 0. So if I have this current value 6 and I say OK, so we will start from 6. So clicking on the sheet to activate my spinner. Now if I click on the spinner, the up arrow increases the value and the down arrow decreases the value. If I keep on pressing the button, it will keep on increasing the value, and if I keep on pressing the down button, it will keep on decreasing the value in the cell. So right click, format control, minimum value, let's say minimum value is 1, maximum value is 300, and the incremental change is, let's say, 30, and say OK. So if I click up, the current value is 15. If I click up, it goes to 45. 30 is added. If I keep on pressing, it will go up to 300 and stop. I have still have the key pressed, but the value is not increasing. So if I press the down key, it will go up to 1. Right click, format control, look at this control again. Current value is 1, minimum value is 1, maximum value is 300, and there is an incremental change whenever I click on the up or down key. So this change will happen, and there is a cell linked. So when you link the cell, then this spinner will get active. Okay, so this was simple, and there is yet another simple thing, and that is our scroll bar. So this is the third icon in the form controls in the second row. So I'm choosing this and I am selecting my scroll bar size. Here it is. This is my scroll bar. Right click, format control. Here comes the control. The current value is 0, minimum value is 0, maximum value is, let's say, can we increase the maximum value? Yeah, let's say this 600, and the incremental change is 1, and then there is a page change. So we have a page up, page down thingy. So cell link, let's link this one to A12. Now this is linked to A1, okay, and this is our scroll bar. Let's click on this arrow. If I click down, the value started increasing. So this is opposite. If I press down on the spinner, the value decreases, but here the value increases. And if I press on the up arrow, the value decreases. And if I click in between below this center bar, you can see the addition of 10, and if I click here, the subtraction of 10. So let's see, right click and go to format control to understand. The page change is 10 and the incremental change is 1. So this is our spin control, spinner control, and our scroll bar. So I think you have got the idea of this. So let's talk about the remaining, then I will give you some assignment. So let's cancel this. So our next item is the option button. In the insert menu, again the developer with the insert icon, we can have this form controls, and option button is the fifth or sixth or the last item in the first row. So I'm clicking on this option button, then dragging and selecting the size. This is my option button. Right click, edit text, whatever text I want to have. Then if I right click on it, I have this format control, and you can see that there is still we have this assign macro option. So in the format control, we have colors and lines. Let's fill it with aqua, and let's have some lines too. This is the border line. We can have the orange. This is the orange one, or this is the light orange, and we can have this dash line. Let's have the style, make it big thick. Let's don't change the size or protection and the properties and the alternate text, and let's go to control. So in the control we have unchecked, checked, mixed is not available, cell link. So if I link my cell, let's say J2, J2 or J1, J1, and select this J1, and this unchecked and checked is the default value, whether you want this option to be by default selected or uh, available for selection, unchecked, checked and unchecked. So this is checked, okay, and this is the option box we designed, which is sort of very ugly. So let's change it. Let's change at least this border color to black and this dash to solid line. Yeah, okay, so this is better. uh, this is our option button. If I right click and copy paste, this is creating copies. So I have three option button now, uh, 1, 2 and 3. Let's change the text to say this is first option, uh, this is second option, and this is obviously third option or last option. So I have now three options. If I click on the first option, you can see in the J1, let's make this font a bit bigger. Let's say this is not 11 but 26. Okay, so first option, second option, third option, 1, 2 and 3. So whatever option I choose is relevant number appears in J1. So because this is option, you have to select either of the options available. So only one you can select at a time. So you have this options available and you can get feedback from the user in terms of which option it has selected. So talking about the options, let's go back to developer and insert. We have a checkbox and this is the third icon from the left in the first row. So clicking on this and then dragging to selected, created. This is option box 5. Here let's right click, format control. So in this we have unchecked, checked, mixed and cell link. So let's link the cell. This should be 1. Okay, and we can format painter from J1 to K1 and let's click on the checkbox. So as soon as I click on the checkbox, if it is unchecked, K1 has the false value. If it is checked, this has true value. What if I copy paste and create a copy of this checkbox? Right click, copy and paste. So if I uncheck the second one, let's rename it edit text. This is copy, that's it. So if I uncheck copy, it will also uncheck this checkbox number 5. So if any checkbox is linked to a single cell, all the checkbox linked to a single cell will check or uncheck simultaneously. So if you want to have multiple checkboxes, you need to link separately to these to the cells. So if I can have another checkbox, this is checkbox number 7, right click, format control, and I can have linked this to L1 and I can select the default value mixed. Okay, so you can see this is the shaded box now and in L1 I have NA. So what if in K1 I type true, TRUE? So as soon as the value of the cell changes, the checkbox updates itself. So it's a two-way communication. Either the checkbox will write the value to the cell or the cell will update the status of the checkbox. So how this mixed will appear, I have no clue. Maybe you have to type NA in the cell, then it will appear mixed. But this is about the checkbox. For the option box, you have to link all the options to a single cell, and for the checkbox, you have to link all the checkboxes to multiple cells so you can have multiple choices. And the checkbox results in true and false, and the option box results in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever the choice you are making. So this was about the checkbox. As I told you earlier in the last videos that we have done with programming, we are just learning now the tools and functions available in VBA. So that's why we are just learning these things, and uh, we will do a project with these tools in a separate series after we have done this Beyond Basic, VBA Beyond Basic. In that series, we will learn how to use VBA and Excel as a database. So for to that database, these all skills will be used. So let's go and find and look at the last two form controls I want you to learn. The first one is the list box. List box is fifth in the first row. You can see we have all these options in the ActiveX controls, but ActiveX control is a bit advanced. I will talk about ActiveX controls in the upcoming videos, but as a beginner to understand these controls, uh, I have started with the form control. So the fifth item in the form control is the list box. Let's draw our list box and right click and go to format control. In the format control, we have no font option, but we have input range. So this is my input, and this is my cell link, let's say G1, and selection type single, multiple, extend. uh, I know how to use single. Multiple is multiple, you can select multiple, but if you have a single cell linked with it, uh, I have failed to use this multi option, but it is there. uh, I don't know how to use it because it's form because this is a form control. I have an advanced version, ActiveX control. Usually I use ActiveX control. So this is just the learning how to use this. So I will choose the single. Okay. So you can see that I have these entries now appearing is in my list box, and as soon as I click on some option, the corresponding numerical level appears in the linked cell. So if I have the first choice apple, the 1 will appear. If I have fifth choice orange, 5 will appear. So this is all about designing. So these all tools are used in designing a form or a sheet for the user. So let's also talk about the drop box, which is called combo box. So if I have a combo box here and I right click and go to format control, in the format control again I have input range. So this is my input range, and this is the cell link. So let's link H1 and OK. Click on my sheet, click on this drop down arrow. I can have this list. So instead of list box, I have the list and drop down menu, and which is called what it is called. It is called combo box. So in this combo box, I have this list. If as soon as I make a choice, its corresponding numeric level appears in my connected cell. So this was all about the format controls. Let me give you some homework for the button. Your assignment is to draw a button, edit text, and make its font size 36. And also try to use the character map and put a shape on the button. In the spinner, your assignment is to design a spinner, link it with a cell that will add 100 per click with a maximum of 1500 and a minimum of 300 value. For the options, create 5 options buttons and link to cell A5, and this combo box, try to create a combo box. Okay, and also this drop down menu and the list box. So this is all for today. So how you are liking this VBA Beyond Basics? Do comment if you like it. Give the video a thumbs up, and if you have a question, I will be here to answer it. I will be answering, reading your comments. So bye for now.